In today's Murli, we will first take the blessing. So, today Baba says that you are a hero actor. And, when we talk about consciousness, so our reality is dependent on our consciousness. And our consciousness is defined by 4 questions. First is, who am I? Second is, who do I belong to? Third is, what is my purpose? And fourth is, what's going on? So, there are these 4 questions which I have to answer, and every person answers these 4 questions differently. So, when we come to Baba, somebody asks us, who are you? Who do you belong to? Then I would generally say my name or the parents I have. So, the physical parents, I would say I belong to them. Or somebody would say I belong to my children, or my spouse, or my family. And then the third question, what is your purpose? So maybe the occupation you do, or maybe keeping my family happy, or these are the purposes we say. And then the fourth is what's going on. So, we think that everything is very erratic and very unpredictable. And that's the feeling that we have towards events around us. But once we come to Baba, Baba tells us the truth about these 4 things. And Baba says that you are a soul, you belong to me, and your purpose is to create heaven on earth, make the world a better place. And the 4th question, what's going on? So everything that's happening is beneficial and good. So these are the 4 questions that Baba answers for us. And Baba says, now reflect on these every day in your morning meditation and come to that place where you realize. So, when we meet Baba, we know who we are. So until then, we don't know who am I, who I belong to, or what is my purpose, or what's going on. And I answer it in a false way. So I answer it according to my conditioning, not according to the truth of it. But then Baba tells us the truth about it. So the truth is, Baba tells us the truth of who I am, who I belong to, what's going on, what's my purpose. But then Baba says that this truth has to become a realization with you. Because knowledge is one thing and realization is the other. And before we come to that realization, every day Baba reminds us. So, this daily Murli, we are every day revising the truth so that slowly, gradually we move to a place of realization. So, do you remember that when COVID hit, at that time, we started getting the knowledge or the information very early on. But it took a while for us to realize that actually this is a situation and I have to do something about it, or I have to take steps to protect myself. So, we keep hearing things, but they don't make sense to us very easily. And in terms of a physical situation like COVID, so there was the government telling us every time, and there were people around us, and constant news, constant everything. So it's something that we are listening to 24 hours. And I think more than that, because if you count the number of thoughts you're producing, so it's the real time is even greater than 24 hours. So there is so much of thinking going on into it, but still it takes so much time for us to realize, and only after realization does it show in our action. So our actions reflect that I have discerned that there is a situation, and I am trying to calibrate my actions in accordance with that situation. That kind of a proof is given much later on. So our actions reflect what we have realized, but that happened much later. So just think about something that you're hearing 24 hours every day, and still it takes at least 20-30 days for you to realize it and to act according to it. Now on the other end is Baba. Now Baba is talking to us 1 hour a day. Yes, and in that 1 hour we are listening for 40 minutes, and then we are remembering something for 2 to 3 minutes, and then while the class is over we even lose that. And so every day Baba in the Murli is revising for us the truth. But the thing is, Baba says that you listen to the Murli every day for 1 hour or 45 minutes or whatever the duration of the Murli is that day. But then you have to keep revisiting the points of the Murli during the day, whole day. So that slowly, gradually it will start making sense to you. Because anything that we have not thought about for so many births and so many ages doesn't make sense instantly. So it will need a lot of careful listening, and then it will need a lot of reflection and meditation, so that we will realize the truth, and our sense of who I am, who I belong to, what's going on, and what's my purpose starts shifting. Because whatever Baba is saying is the truth, but the truth takes a lot of time to make sense to us, because we have lived a major part of our journey in falsehood. So today Baba reminds us that you are a hero actor. Now, did we think of ourselves as actors? No. Earlier, we didn't think we are actors. But Baba says, this whole, every role that you play all day is just an act. It's just a role assigned to you in this birth according to your script. And you are just an actor playing a role. And do you know what's the difference between thinking the way we used to think and thinking of ourselves as actors? So an actor is determined to play the role well despite the circumstances. And somebody who doesn't think I'm an actor and he thinks this is my reality, he is thinking too much about the circumstances. Yes? So have you seen actors who are shooting a song in, on a mountain clad with snow, and it's it's chilly cold there, and there is even the dress is not like very warm, and still they are able to shoot in that place and smile and do stuff, because they know it's just an act. And I, the actor, have to play it in such a manner that I look nice. I don't mind the situation. So they don't say it's so cold, how can I, how can I, how can I? So they trust their capacity to perform well in that temperature. And they know that I'm a good actor and I can do this. And I have to think within myself that, if an actor is given the role of a king or a beggar, will he mind, will he feel insulted that I am given the role of a beggar? Will he say, how could you give me the role of a beggar? It's beneath me to play a beggar. No, he would gracefully accept the role of a king or a beggar, because he knows that it's just a role. And an actor would take up a challenge that if I have to play a role which is that of a beggar, then I play it so well that the person playing the role of the king is put to shame. So people should walk out of the theater saying that, the king was all well dressed and nice, and the clothes were nice and the costume was great, but then the role that the beggar played was marvelous. So this is how the actor thinks. The actor never thinks about getting a good character, or character means the role. He doesn't think that I should get a good role. He doesn't think I should get a good shooting condition, or my conditions around me should be good. He thinks that I should come out as a good actor. And I am a good actor. And I trust myself that I play my role so well that when the people walk out of the theater, they are only talking about me. So that's the concern of an actor. And that's what makes an actor a hero actor. So there are many actors in the world, but there are actors and there are heroes. And who are heroes? So, a hero, so usually in Indian cinema, when a hero comes, or even in the, Western cinema also, what happens is when a hero comes, so he's in a situation where there are 30 villains and everybody is attacking them. But then the hero has such great moves that those 30 just fly in 10 seconds and then he emerges as the hero in that scene. So Baba says that you should have those skills. A hero actor has those skills which make the situation look very, very small. So a hero actor knows how to deal with a situation. He doesn't linger on the situation. He trusts himself that I am skilled enough to deal with any situation. That's why he's the hero. Yes, when the hero comes, the hero will not fail. The hero will pass and the hero will set an example. And the hero will show you how to defeat everybody and emerge as the winner in this kind of a situation. So Baba says, do you understand who you are? You are the hero actor. But do you know, even when we are talking about limited drama or cinema, even there, a hero actor would not realize he's a hero actor from childhood, maybe, right? So it takes a time, it takes a while, it takes someone to tell him that he's a good actor and he should act and he should try, and then he tries and then he figures out who he is. So here is Baba every day telling me that I am an actor and not an ordinary actor, I am a hero actor. And I am such a hero actor who has the potential to shine in the most difficult of scenes, in the most in scenes which look like very adverse and in difficult conditions, I have the capacity to shine in all of them. But I have to trust myself. I have to remember who I am. Okay, so Baba is reminding us of who we are, but I have to realize who I am and act accordingly. Because when there is potential, the potential has to be realized. Otherwise, what happens is, and it takes someone, to nudge you into realizing that potential. Even when we are children, so what happens? The Lokik parents, they nudge us into realizing our potential. And here Baba is every day, through the Murli, reminding us of our potential, that you are a hero actor and you have this amazing capacity to defy all circumstances and situation and emerge as the leader, winner, and shine through them. So Baba says that just take my word and believe in yourself, believe that what Baba is telling you is true, and suppose that is true and apply it, and then see the result that yes, what Baba is saying is true. So Baba today says, a hero actor is one who doesn't act ordinarily. So even if the role is ordinary, even if the scene is ordinary, even if the circumstances are adverse, my acting has to be first class. He acts every part accurately. No matter how many problems there are, what the circumstances may be, he is not dependent on any of those. So I am an actor and I have to act come what may. So I don't have to make the circumstances or the problems my excuse. Do you give excuses? I couldn't be sweet because they were bitter. Why can't you be sweet if they are bitter? They are saying their dialogues, you say yours. What's the big deal? Why can't you be patient if the situation is chaotic? You have to act despite the situation. So Baba says that don't give excuses. The circumstances were such, or there were these problems. No. Who is a hero actor? In the movies and all, the hero actor fights and kills and this and that. But Baba says no, in this world drama, the hero actor is the one who is constantly peaceful, pure, knowledgeful, loveful, powerful in their actions. So come what may, when I'm constantly knowledgeful, pure, peaceful, loveful, blissful, happy, powerful, in every thought, word, and action that I create, that makes me a hero actor. Yes, and have you seen that? When you get irritated in a situation that is irritable, that's very ordinary. But if you can stay peaceful and happy and blissful in a situation which is irritable, that's a hero actor. And everybody recognizes that hero also. Because a hero does everything in a special way, in a different way. So Baba says, in this world where mostly everything is chaotic and negative, being negative, giving in to the chaos is ordinary. There's nothing special about it. But staying in your spiritual virtues and powers despite everything, that's very heroic. And it requires spiritual heroism to do that. And Baba says, just maintain who you are, and no matter how many problems there are, what the circumstances may be, he's not dependent on any of those. So you will be able to be yourself, be your spiritual, divine, pure self, peaceful self, knowledgeful self. If you practice your skills enough, do you know that an actor works on his skills a lot? So they keep working on their diction and their dialogue delivery and this and that, and they're given a script later. So when they sign up something, they will be given a script and then they will apply their skills there. But then they rehearse and practice and hone their skills, because they know that I am an actor and I may be given a role suddenly and then I have to perform it well. So I have to be, present with my skill set. So that way, we also have to keep honing our spiritual skills. So I have to get up at Amrit Vela, I have to sit in soul consciousness, I have to practice being in my purity, peace, state of love in remembrance of Baba. And when I do that, I pay attention to, practicing my skill set. Then what happens is, when it's time to apply, I will emerge as a hero actor. And then come what may the situation, I will be able to shine in that situation through my spiritual light. And Baba says, because of having all rights, he overcomes them all in such a way as though he is overcoming everything in a play. So because you have practiced being yourself in private, so when there is a situation, so you are able to just apply that and emerge as the winner. There is always happiness in a play, no matter what the play is. And happy endings. That's the theme. So if you are a good hero, then there will be happy endings always. So every scene will end well. Yes. Even if he has a part of crying externally, he is aware internally that all of it is an unlimited play. So even if there is a scene, where somebody has left the body or something and you have to put up a sad face also, still you know that I am a happy soul and this is just a scene in drama. By your considering this to be a play, even a big problem becomes light. Okay? Now there is a question, how can I get that much of spiritual power so that I cannot get affected by so many negative comments? So just like I told you, Baba is every day telling us, right from the day you join the course, Baba is telling you who you are. Who do you belong to? Who is your companion? What is your purpose? And what's going on? It's just a scene in the drama. But you have to practice this every day. Every day at Amrit Vela, you have to get up and remind yourself, create a visual. I'm not this body. I am this soul, the actor sitting in the body. And I am powered by Baba. Baba is constantly giving me the strength, the peace, the love, the happiness that I need to, to act all day. And this sense of belonging, this sense of self. And you also have to, in Amrit Vela, you sit detached, At that time, there is nothing complicated going on. It's a very peaceful time. So at that time, just sit like an observer and see that everything is just happening. It's not happening to you. It's not happening, there is no reason. It's just a scene in drama. And you have to be detached from it. Don't think about it. Don't create feelings about it. Just see that, it's a beautiful morning. It's there. and it's nature and it is the time that dictates it, and you are here, and similarly in the day there'll be a different situation and you can stay detached from it. And remember, what is your purpose? Your purpose is to become your original self and bring the world to its original state, back to its original state, and then go and live in that world. So, when you practice these 4 things every day in the morning, create a visual, create thoughts, practice it, then it starts entering your inner realm slowly. And if you don't have the sense of truth, then the falsehood will take over. If you don't have the sense of who you are, then these thoughts of how they are doing it and how they are behaving and why they are doing like this will take over. But if you have this deep sense of who you are, then that will prevail and it will win over these thoughts about who they are and why are they behaving like this. So Baba tells us that in Amrit Vela I have to practice, and then during the whole day I have to at least, every hour take out 1 minute to come back to that place of awareness, because once you've created that state of awareness, it is very easy to come back to it in 1 second. So recalibrate yourself every hour 1 minute, and whatever sense of truth you've lost, bring that back. And also underline reading the Murli every day and attending the Manthan, because this Murli is the only source which reinforces the truth for you. Nobody else will reinforce the truth for you. Everybody in the world will tell you a different answer to these 4 questions. But the Murli gives you the right answer every day. So don't miss the Murli, don't miss the Manthan, and then you have to make this much of effort to get back to your lost power. Yes, have you seen that if a bone gets broken, it takes 4 months to mend it, or probably years also sometimes. I remember there was this one lady and she jumped off the roof for some strange reason, and then she broke her bones. So the bones were broken in many places, and then it's been 12 years and the bones are not yet set. So it's still, although there's some correction happening every year, but the bones are still not all together. So think about it. If a physical body also gets damaged, it takes so much time to repair. And the older you are, the more time it takes. So if you are a young child and the bone gets broken, it's very easily fixed. But the older you are, the more difficult it gets. Now we are very old souls with pretty old sanskars, and now we are here to fix them, and the soul is messed up. So it will take a lot of effort and perseverance before it is put right. But this effort, if you just do every day, so there is this very beautiful thing that we need to understand. Whatever you make a part of your day will become will find its place in your life very soon. So this spiritual practice is a part of my everyday. The Murli, the meditation, everything is a part of every day. And just at least, if you invest 1 or 2 hours every day, then you will get the result. So make it an everyday thing, and that's how you get back your power. Okay. Now there is Baba's teaching today. Baba says, sweet children, you are spiritual warriors. You have received very big bombs of knowledge with which you have to conquer Maya, the enemy. Yes, so Baba has given us big bombs of knowledge. Have you seen that in earlier times, when we were kids, we used to watch those mythological serials, and there would be a war in it, and then one person would pull the what do you say, tir, that arrow from one end, and the other person would pull the arrow from the other end, and then those two arrows would collide, and then the powerful one will prevail and the other one will get destroyed. So this is how a war is represented. And Baba today says, you are also spiritual warriors. And how does Maya attack us? So Maya is the force of negativity in this Kali Yuga. And how does it attack you? It attacks you with a weak thought. Yes, how does Maya attack you? First comes a thought, and it's always a weak thought, a thought arising from a negative place, a place of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed, judgment, comparison, criticism. And that's how Maya attacks you. And Baba has given us the antidote of that thought. That's a knowledgeful thought. Yes, and do you know that in a war, the timing is very important. So if your opponent releases an arrow and it strikes you before you can release your arrow, then you're dead. So Baba has given us these bombs, these explosives, these arrows of knowledge. But you also have to release it before that weak thought strikes you. And where does the weak thought emerge? In the mind. Where does the knowledgeful thought emerge? In the mind. So I have to be so dexterous, I have to be so skillful in my use of my weapons that I am able to emerge the knowledgeful thought first. Yes, because if you don't contain the thought by Maya, by killing it with your arrow, then that thought escalates into a feeling, an emotion, a bodily reaction, everything. So suddenly your mind is taken over by feelings, your body's hormones are responding to it, everything is happening. So before all that happens and your whole army is taken away from you, you have to be very skillful in killing that thought with a knowledgeful thought. And I tell you, there's this one brother and he's just taking the course, and he shared an experience this morning. He was telling me that I work at a store, and then there are some clients who are very rude. So they would just get personal, they would say that you are a cheat and a thug and you are looting people and you are not selling the right stuff. So they would get personal like that. And then he said that, Didi, I got this piece of knowledge from class that everybody is suffering. And when people suffer, they cannot mind their behavior. So now when somebody enters the store, I just pull out this thought and keep it ready that everybody is suffering on the inside and people who are suffering cannot mind their behavior. So when they say something, instead of getting affected by their words, I pull out this thought, this is ready already, so I don't get affected by their words, and I pull out my compassion instead by thinking that they are suffering inside and that's why they are behaving badly on the outside. And I tell them it's okay if you didn't like the material, it's okay. I would note whatever criticism, whatever comments you gave, and I would try to incorporate it in the next lot. And I wish them well and I see them off. And he told me that just because of this one thing, my life has changed, because now all day I'm working at the store anyway. So this thing used to happen 20 times in a day, and then I used to get hit by it and I used to get really affected by it. But now every 20 times I try to pull out. Sometimes I lose also. He said, because I'm an amateur right now, so sometimes I lose, but most of the times I win, and I'm having a lot of peace in my mind at the end of the day. So this is how you use your spiritual weapons, your weapons of knowledge. So Baba has given us the knowledge that, no soul is a bad soul. Every soul is a weak soul right now, and they engage in bad behavior because they are weak. And then Baba has given us the knowledge of our own sanskars also. Yes, so let's say you have a sanskar of being judgmental, okay, and you have discerned that sanskar. So every time you get a judge thought coming from a place of judgment, you tell yourself, why don't you keep quiet? You've again started talking. So you finish that judgmental thought and tell yourself that I am learning to be respectful and accepting of people as they are. I am an accepting and respectful soul. So you finish that judgmental thought by reinforcing the thought based on the truth of who you are, which is you are a compassionate, accepting, respectful soul, not a judgmental one. So this is how, through this knowledge of who I am, how is the other soul, and who is with me. So let's say there is a very big situation in front of you, and then you have this thought, the situation is very big, but then you get the thought, my Baba is bigger than the situation. So when you have this thought in your mind, this knowledgeful thought that my Baba is with me all the time and my Baba is bigger than the situation, then you approach the situation with an attitude which is free from fear, free from any kind of doubt. And then this attitude makes you win. So Baba says that I am giving you knowledge, and I told you knowledge is 4 things. Who am I? Who do I belong to? What's going on and what's my aim? Yes, and then even if somebody is being very bitter or being very difficult with you, you ask yourself, what is my aim? Have I come to react or have I come to fulfill my purpose? Let's say even limited purpose. Let's say you go to work for a salary. You don't go there to, to be praised and appreciated. So even if somebody is not praising you, not being appreciative, you ask yourself, is my salary intact? It's okay. Then why do I mind the behavior? It's okay. They are behaving because of their own reasons. I don't have to care for that. So Baba says that, and if you remember the unlimited purpose, which is when I leave this body, I have to be a peaceful, loveful soul, happy soul. So I don't mind whatever is getting lost or whatever is happening, but I'm not losing my peace and happiness over this. So if you remember this much, then no situation, however big, can force you to give up your peace and happiness. So Baba says this is how You use your weapons. Maya is using its weapons of negative thoughts, weak thoughts. You use your weapons given by Baba, and you are Baba's army, and Baba's army will definitely win if they are fighting right. Yes. So if I am fighting well with Maya, if I am giving Maya a hard time by being ready with my ammunition, then I will definitely win. Okay. Om Shanti.